Mr. Administrator, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Item number 14 is a ranking of firms in agreement with Creative Contractors for the Construction Manager at Risk Services. This is pertaining to the Jail Security and Entry Project. And this is a companion item to item number 15.
Mr. Seal.
So my question is, when I took the tour, and I think I might have mentioned this the other day, but they'll be moving out of like the administration center. And so they had no plan for that space, and it's quite large.
Well, so Kevin, I don't know if, or I guess we got the Lieutenant Roberts, he could address if you have any current plans for that. The way the flow would work, it's not an entry point, but I'll defer.
Right, and Commissioners, good afternoon. Commissioner Seal, half of that space is still going to be used as is because where the kind of the horseshoe-shaped desk is in that area, that's still going to be manned with a security specialist to direct the incoming professional visitors, whether they need to go to South Division to attorney visitation or whether they're going to Central Division, which floor on Central Division and whatnot. So the big atrium space with the horseshoe desk is still going to be manned and is still going to have an operation. But that does leave the space to the immediate right when you come in those doors. And at this point, we don't have a solid plan on that, but some things in the future that we were thinking. It could be a training space. We could turn it into a meeting space. There's several different things based on the need when that need pops up. There are things that we can do, but it's only half of that area that we currently don't have a solid plan for.
And I guess so my other question out of all of this, does this finally, I guess I'm a little dismayed that we had to come to this place because in reality, this should have all been planned and thought of at the time when we built that building.
Correct.
And so is this solving everything? Are we
This-
going to have any more surprises in the future?
Myself and the firm from Williamson Design, as well as Derek Weaver from the county, we've worked closely together. And this building, as I said during our tour, we have taken into account the jail master plan. And this building allows for continued growth on the jail complex and would still accomplish its mission to include any new structures that would be built on the jail complex. So this plan would be, as you said, it would be the end all be all. It would be the one thing that we needed to definitely tighten up and shore the security for a permanent long-term solution.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Eggers.
Yeah, first of all, Lieutenant, thank you for the tour. Appreciate that yesterday. Nice day. Also, just amazing, just every time you get a chance to get down there to see the enormity of the project,
Yes, sir.
what goes on at that center. So thank you for your service there and to your colleagues. Just, it seemed like the messaging that I was getting was obviously public safety for the campus, so there
Correct.
won't be as many folks wandering the campus. The interesting story about the escaped person that had they turned left versus right, they might have just gotten out.
Correct.
And then the additional servicing that for our residents and folks so that they're not having to, wander around again, excess distance to get taken care of. So I appreciate all that, and I just really wanted my question's really for Barry on the
Okay.
financing side. Where is the funding coming from, Barry, for the $12 million?
This will all come out of Penny. So this was a portion of it was planned for in Penny, but not all of it. And we're going to have to account for that in the overall Penny project.
I assumed it was from Penny, but is it above the line or is it below the line?
It's
Above, is it from the courts and jail monies, or is it going to come out of?
It's from the courts and jails. So the piece that we budgeted is from the courts and jails, and then the other piece will come out of the rest of the Penny. Okay, so remember we had said that we had budgeted part of it, but it's more expensive.
6 million more.
Correct. And so the piece that we budgeted for was above the line. That's the regional dollars that we took off the top of Penny, but then the rest will have to come out of Penny.
So have we identified projects that will?
Well, we're going through, you've seen the list. We've got a huge list of projects, and we're going to have to account for that. We also, though, You know, the reason it's hard on Penny is it's also not a fixed revenue source. We met as a team this morning looking at our revenues coming in really strong. So it's always, as we get further along and as all the projects get designed, then we have to start for accounting for what we can do and what we can't do at the end of the Penny period.
No additional monies above the line then that are available for this project?
Do you know if there's any additional money above the line?
That's a good question.
Chris is here too, but
Because
Joe Laura with Administrative Services. Actually, Commissioner, one of the things we are saving money on is the hangar project for the sheriff, because we're gonna have a firm build that and then lease it back. So that frees up about $7 million. So there should be more than enough money to cover this expense going forward.
And that money, that's for the hangar project, is
Penny money,
that was regular Penny.
above the line or regular?
regular.
oh,
So-
that was regular.
Yeah, that was actually penny money. It wasn't out of the courts. And
Okay. So, again,
Line
just to be
item.
clear, the first 6 million was budgeted above the line out of the courts and jail
Right,
monies.
correct.
The additional 6 million, I guess at this point, is coming below the line. And
Correct.
what was in there was a helicopter hangar, you said?
Right. We're in the process of building, not quite yet, but we're in the process of negotiating a contract to build a hangar. But the way it's going to work is we had money budgeted from the penny to build it. We're going to have a firm builder for us, then lease it back, so that frees up that penny money to pay for part of this project.
Well, you mean a lump sum?
Yeah.
Okay, but it'll be paid for by the same dollar, same penny over time.
It'll be paid for out of operating.
Right.
Yeah, it won't be capital.
Right, the lease will. We pay
It will
for
be
it on
operating.
operating. Right,
Oh, so you're taking it out of capital basically
Right.
and putting into operating.
right, over 30 years, yeah, for 30-year term.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.